Welcome to The Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Dave Bryan. There's been a lot of speculation recently about the Pittsburgh Steelers possibly trading running back Benny Snell Jr. to the Los Angeles Rams following the recent news that they lost their starting running back Cam Akers to a season-ending Achilles injury. While I somewhat understand why that has become a topic of conversation with training camps about to start, I really can't see Snell being dealt, at least not right now. Look, Snell has indeed been very mediocre in his first two seasons with the Steelers on his way to registering 794 yards and 6 touchdowns on 219 total carries. That said, no Steelers running back has really produced in the last few seasons just the same. Sure, the Steelers invested a first-round draft pick this year in Najee Harris, and he'll obviously now be the team's bell cow in 2021, which will include him running behind a totally rebuilt offensive line. Even so, who's going to back up Harris in 2021? If your answer to that question is Anthony McFarland Jr., fine. That said, McFarland is still very green and inexperienced after touching the football a total of 39 times during his rookie season as part of him playing a whopping 89 total offensive snaps. He might indeed become the Steelers' backup to Harris in 2021, but he needs to earn that job in training camp and the preseason, and part of him earning it needs to include him beating out other capable running backs. Speaking of other running backs, how comfortable would you be if Jalen Samuels is ultimately back on the roster in 2021 if Snell were to be traded away? Personally, I've seen enough of Samuels already. He's not good in pass protection, and while he caught a lot of passes in college, he has had several drops already in his NFL career with the Steelers. Oh, he's also not a great special teams player either. Snell, on the other hand, is more than capable of playing in all 4 phases if needed. Moving past Samuels, newcomer Kalen Ballage seems to have Steelers fans excited. Why? Well, probably because he is new. Ballage, a former 4th-round draft pick in 2018, is now on his 4th NFL team, and there's a reason for that. Outside of short yardage successes, Ballage has been very disappointing at the NFL level, and a lot more so than Snell. Until I see him in a Steelers uniform some, I would certainly rank Snell ahead of him. Trey Edmunds? Yeah, his days are numbered. So, unless the Rams are willing to come off an obscene draft pick such as a 4th or 5th rounder for Snell right now, the Steelers should hold their cards when it comes to retaining their former 4th-round draft pick out of Kentucky. Hopefully they will let a healthy competition between Snell, McFarland, Ballage, and even Samuels take place in the next 52 days and see where things go from there. Should McFarland and Ballage both outplay Snell in the next several weeks, sure, trade the Kentucky product away for whatever you can get in return, as it beats cutting him for nothing. Personally, I won't be surprised if Snell comes out of the preseason as the king of the hill behind Harris, and at worst, just behind McFarland. Because of that, I will be surprised if Snell isn't on the Steelers' 53-man roster come week 1, as long as he doesn't do something stupid off the field to warrant him having his contract terminated. Besides, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has seemed to like himself some Benny Snell football these last 2 seasons, so I can't see him having a change of heart on the running back just yet. We'll see. 52 days is a long way off from today. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Kozora every Tuesday and Friday.